they run a play. Nobody realizes, the players on the field don't realize the play was called off. And then you put time back on and redo the 3rd and 9 play. I mean, what are we doing here? I mean, it's embarrassing if you're the National Football League. The officiating crew yesterday at Arrowhead Stadium was a complete utter joke. It really does. And I get it. I understand when that happens, you got to say, oh, you got to be smarter than that. You're looking at a young man, that's going in full flight to try and prevent Patrick Mahomes from picking up any type of yardage. What do you expect him to do? Stop in midair like he's Neo in the Matrix? I mean, what exactly do you want him to do at that stage? It's not going to happen. Like, let's be smarter about it. That is a bang-bang play. That is not Mahomes stepping out of bounds and then a safety coming up and launching himself at the quarterback. That is not that. That is a guy that is in full pursuit, trying to prevent Mahomes, or as he said after the game, trying to get him to knock him backwards so the clock continues to run before he goes out of bounds. Like, he has a understanding of what football is, unlike, say, a Dalton Schultz, as we saw the previous week for the Dallas Cowboys. And you're going to basically have that define the early part of his career where he's getting called out by teammates, where he's openly weeping on the bench. By the way, if you're CBS, and I don't need to see it time and time again, sticking the camera in the young man's face after he has a low point in the National Football League and he's crying the bench trying to be consoled by his teammates. I don't need to go to that camera angle time and time and time. He feels bad enough. I mean, he feels bad enough. It's going to take him months until the Bengals get back there and get to a Super Bowl. He's going to relive that moment time and time again. And you had an official that basically decided a championship game on what I thought was a penalty that should never have been called. I mean, it was just a terrible. I mean, you cannot do that if you're the National Football League. You can't. I mean, if you're on that field, you have to have an understanding of where we are in the game. We're all watching it at home. You were on the field. You're watching that, and you're saying that once I call this 15-yard penalty, they are kicking a game-winning field goal with a guy that's got an absolute cannon for a leg. I am sending the Kansas City Chiefs to the Super Bowl. Am I comfortable with that? Is that penalty so egregious that I'm deciding a game? Because that is what happened yesterday at Arrowhead Stadium. And the penalty should never have been called.